Hello, I'm Nigel.
I'm Anders. Welcome to the review. It's a porter day today.
I've been looking forward to this.
You really have, haven't you? Tell them what we've got.
Well, we're doing London porters today, and we're looking at, this is Sainsbury's Taste the Difference London Porter.
Mm-hmm.
And we have, the Sainsbury's one comes in at 5%, and then we have Fuller's London Porter, which comes in at 5.4%.
Yeah.
Now, London Porter as opposed to other porters. Now, in the olden days, porter was the biggest selling drink in the UK in the 1800s or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it used to be quite strong, 6 to 8% or something.
Okay.
That's why it was quite popular. Now, part of the brewing process, you have the grain and they mash it at a certain temperature for an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Now, modern brewers, they do something called a sparge to get all the sugar out in one mash. Now, in the olden days, they didn't do that. They'd mash the grain, take the grain to one side, then they'd mash it again and again. So they'd brew 3 brews with the same grain. And so you get a little less sugar extracted in each brew. Now, around the country, most brewers, they'll take these 3 mashes and they put it all together, and that's their porter. London Porter, they took that first mash, and that was the London Porter. The other 2 went into another type of drink.
Okay.
So it was just that rich first mash from the malts. That's what made the London Porter the London Porter.
Okay. And am I right in thinking that London Porter is the basis of the recipe for Guinness?
Well, there's
yeah, go on.
There's pretty much a lot of ingredients in porter is the same as a stout.
Yeah.
But they've got brown malt in there, that's what makes a porter. A porter is the addition of the brown malt, and that will have about 5 to 20% of the grain of brown malt in the brew. Okay. And that gives it a little bit, perhaps a little thicker body, and probably a little bit sweeter.
Okay, all right. Well, we're going by ABV, so we're going to start with the Sainsbury's Taste the Difference, I presume.
Yes.
Okay.
When they fire up beer can, because I apologise for my location because I'm between studios at the moment.
You are.
So I can't get my beer can in here yet.
But hey, nice butt. Water butt.
Well, thank you.
Right, so I'm going in on beer can here. Let's get this London Porter from Sainsbury's out and in the glass. There we go.
Well, one's a little bit active.
Is it? Mine not so much. Got a lovely, lovely creamy head on there.
Yeah. So I have to wait for my head's a little bit bigger.
Oh, blimey, so it is.
Oh, wow.
It's got a lovely smell. I'm a big fan of this drink. I've had this before.
Yeah, I've had this before, but I don't think, have we drank it with the other one to compare?
We haven't compared and contrasted, no.
No.
Let me start by saying this is brewed by Shepherd Neame. And it's nice. Who'd have thunk it?
Just for viewers who haven't watched anything before from us, we're not great fans of Shepherd and Neame. But what we've found in the past, the beers they brew for other people tend to be quite good.
Yeah, somebody gives them a recipe and says, make that. They go, right, yeah, great. There's a nice beer. Make their own recipe. They start cutting corners and it's just, on the whole, not too good.
Yeah. What are you picking up with the aroma there?
just getting that nice burnt malt flavour coming through.
I've got
It's quite
just
strong.
a very slight hint of coffee, but almost, or chocolate.
Coffee.
Yeah, well, coffee, chocolates, much the same. Anyway,
Well, let's go in.
cheers.
Gin, gin. That's nice.
That's very, very satisfying. No, I'm not a great fan of coffee, but I'm training myself to like the coffee in the stouts and porters. This flavor-wise, the coffee's coming through, but it's not a lingering flavor.
No. On the whole, it's quite a dry drink. That
Yes.
fills the mouth quite nicely, but it disappears as soon as it turns up.
It's not as full-bodied as I thought it was going to be. It's a lot lighter than you'd expect for a darker beer.
Yeah, like you say, I think the coffee notes are quite pronounced. But as you say, they don't hang around too long.
No.
Ooh. Yes, very satisfying beer.
Do you get a bit of an aftertaste in the back end? I can't quite.
It's a cross. No. If I say that, I'll be ostracized for being stupid.
Say what you think.
There's a hint of. There's a very slight hint of banana right at the end. That's what I'm thinking. Right at the end, there's something.
There is something I'm getting right at that back end. I can't put my finger on it. I get that, what you call banana.
Yeah.
It's a good enough description, but just after that, you get burnt malt just fills it. That's what I'm getting lingering right in, is that burnt malt just sits there for a long time. But you get that something just before it gives way to the burnt malt.
Banana is as close as I'm going to get to it, I think. So there we are. We've broken the back of this. How's it going back for you?
There.
How you doing?
I'm almost there. It's gorgeous. For me, I'd say this is more chocolate than coffee, especially as I've got towards the end.
We did talk in between, didn't we, about the fact that I got a little bit of hazelnut in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, the only hesitancy is that it's a little bit watery for a porter. I think we said, didn't we? Aside from that, that's damn good. Anyway, we'll draw to a close there. Like, comment, subscribe. Until next time. Bye. What?
Are we going to drink the next one?
Sorry?
We've got
so we are. Fuck.
I think we'll keep that bit in. All right, Fuller's next. Get your beer cam on, Anders.
Right, next one we're going to do is going to be the Fuller's London Porter. Come on, let's get a beer cam up and running. There we go. Have we ever reviewed any Fullers?
London Pride we have.
Oh, we have, of course we have, yeah.
This is just, you know, I think this is slightly lighter than the Sainsbury's one. And I've got virtually no head on mine. Oh, what's gone wrong with my pouring?
Who knows what?
I feel quite cheated.
No,
That's very similar to the Sainsbury's porter, I think.
it's a bit more subtle, the smell.
Yes. It actually it smells a little bit richer.
It does. I'm getting dried fruits from the smell.
I'm getting chocolate.
Oh, yeah. Let's taste it.
Cheers. Oh, that's incredibly smooth. The mouthfeel on that. It's I mean, it's 0.4% stronger than the last one, but it's got a better mouthfeel, I think.
Mm.
Look, deep in thought, Anders.
I'm deep in thought because my initial thought is, yes, my initial thought is I prefer the Sainsbury's.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
But as we've said before, what we're doing here is going straight from one beer to another without having a bit of a mouth cleanse. So let's see.
no, I don't have that a little bit of wateriness I got with the Sainsbury's one.
No, you're certainly right about that.
Just from that full-bodiedness, mouthfeel is lovely. I don't think, flavour-wise, it's as in your face as the Sainsbury's one.
No, it's not. It's a lot more subtle. There's a creaminess to the taste. It's controversial because I mean, London. We've had this plenty of times, and we've always loved it, but never side by side with the Sainsbury's, and I'm really quite shocked.
Yeah, I mean, the Sainsbury's one I think's good. But if they were side by side, I'd go for the Fullers. I just that mouthfeel. It's just better balanced. There's less extremes going on.
I think I know what it is because when I was spelling, again, we've talked about how we drink these all the time. We sit in front of a camera and start drinking them, and then we start to analyze and go through.
Yeah.
And when we were at the very beginning sniffing this, I got a bit of dried fruit. And we know what that means, don't we?
Yeah.
That's raisin. That's sultana. That's
your kryptonite, isn't it?
And I don't know if it's got in my head, but it's
I could tell you weren't happy.
There is a very slight hint of raisin in there, I think. Are you getting that?
No, I'm just getting a very I see what you mean.
Right at the end.
It's just a hint of that Christmas cake sort of thing. It's very low down in the mix though.
Yeah. I think I've broken Fuller's London Porter.
You won't like this anymore. You used to love this.
I did. then I started analysing the heck out of it. Oh,
No, I personally, well, at the moment, I'll choose this over the Sainsbury's, but I've still got half a pint to go. So,
well, let's have a think about that, shall we? I'm so disappointed. I smelt raisin. I tasted raisin, and it's just got stronger the further down it's gone. I used to love this drink.
but you've analysed it, and it's ruined it for
Analysed
you.
it.
For
And I've
me,
broken it.
it's got much better. It's just so much richer and more chocolatey, and it's just the body in this is just knocks spots off the other one. The other one wasn't bad though. This is
You know what?
gorgeous.
I'd go for the other one over this one every time.
Yeah,
So,
a split decision. But what we can conclude here that they're both drinkable,
I mean, they're
unless
both,
you've got a bit of an aversion to raisins.
yeah. I mean, I have to say, there is a difference in quality between the two. The Fuller's has more body, it has creaminess to it. It's just a taste issue I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Right. Right. Is this the bit where I say, like,
You can do that bit now.
right. Do it. Bye.
See ya. Bye.